I'm Brigadier General Abdullah Dadan-Garba, retired. I'm from Bauchi State. I served in the army for 29 years and 7 months and retired. Since then, immediately on my retirement, the National Defense College Abuja engaged me as a member of faculty, that is a teacher, one of the teachers. I served there for a total of 9 years, and I got this appointment first as director, Tukur Buratai Counter-Terrorism Center. It was later upgraded to Tukur Buratai Institute for War and Peace and became an institute under the Nigerian Army University. I've been here since September 2019 as Director General of the Institute. Thank you. Yes, at the beginning, there is this reality that the armed forces, particularly the Army, realized that we've not been good in documenting our operations, our activities, and so on, not just for posterity, but for the youth, those coming after us or behind us, to know the struggles our country or the individuals went through to make it better for them. So the Army decided, facing the the challenge of insurgency in the Northeast, the Boko Haram insurgency, the Army then decided that it should have something like a museum where all its activities in countering terrorism will be well documented, so that with time researchers can go into the documents, the archives and the materials and so on, and conduct deep research so that hopefully we'll come up with solutions to some of these problems and be able to nip them in the bud before they get out of hand. That was the concept at the beginning. Now, as time goes on, the Nigerian Army felt it should have its university of its own for obvious reasons. One, there was a time when the armed forces, the Army in particular, had difficulty in procuring some equipment to conduct its operations due to international politics. And there was also the need to further develop the intellectual capability of military personnel and so on. And copying from China and other countries that have such universities and have turned out to be the hope of research, the Army then felt that it should have a university of its own. And thank God the process started around 2017 or so. By 2019, it scaled through the Federal Executive Council, and it became a reality. So it was decided that the center should be upgraded to an institute, and the institute should be charged with the responsibility of conducting detailed research on all aspects of war and peace. The question is, why must man go to war? Why can't man sort out his problem without going to war? And the holy books have talked about man and war and so on. And so the institute is supposed to look at the possibility of coming up with solutions after deep research on how to resolve issues before they degenerate into war. And should they degenerate into war, which measures can be taken to bring that war to a quick end, reduce the impact of the war on people and equipment and property and so on. And that's the notion. So the institute is supposed to be a hub of detailed research that would look at all aspects of war and peace and make recommendations to superior authorities through a proper channel, that is it, so that they can look at some of these suggestions or recommendations and implement them as the case may be, so that we will have better peace, not only in Nigeria, but in Africa and the world. And we've started relating with many other such bodies all over the world, and we are making steady progress. We are going into some partnership, let me say, with the African Union Center for Terrorism Studies in Algiers and so on. But all these are meant to further deepen collaboration and exchange of ideas and exchange of persons and researchers, so that we look at these issues and come up with solutions that will save man from calamities of war and have improved peace not only in Africa but also all over the world. It has, by my own assessment, but you could say I'm biased, but it has, in the sense that it's fairly new. It's just getting to 2 years old. We've run many courses. We've gone into partnership with many bodies, and we've started working together, and we've organized some courses. We are working on some seminars and workshops and so on. And I think any research institute, that's how it should start. We've perfected some plans to launch our journals and so on and so forth. And we've so far run some 3 courses on disaster response and management, and our staff that we train are doing well in all agencies all over the country that have to do with the management of disaster in our country. And of course, we all know disaster is a reality in this country, not only in this country, in the world. Looking at the way things are happening, disasters are all over the place, and the issues that are brought up by climate change. So we've done well, but maybe a neutral person might assess it differently, but as far as I'm concerned, we've done excellently well within the 2 years we've existed.